And there we have our tapas. Hello girls, long time no see. I definitely miss you girls. How is everybody doing? Wifey is currently mowing the lawn, which means it's perfect time for me to get started on dinner. This is gonna be a World Cup inspired dinner. Como ya perdió México, ahora le vamos a España. So for dinner tonight, we're having tapas. Tapas are Spanish appetizers. And since I took a DNA test and it turns out I'm 30% Spanish, I just thought it was only fitting. We're gonna be doing patatas bravas, chorizo al vino, pimientos de padrón, gambas al ajillo, and la guilda. Printed out a little handy dandy cheat sheet for me, just so I kind of know what's going on. But anyway, girls, let's get started. Because every single dish is different and requires different ingredients, we're just gonna be doing a little bit of prep. We're gonna keep the potatoes, slice chorizo, defrost our shrimp, mince a ton of garlic. If you guys want me to put a picture of this in the comments, I definitely can. They're just easy instructions. I'm gonna start by washing and halving our potatoes. Also currently defrosting our shrimp. Roughly all around the same size. We're gonna cover our potatoes with cold water just until they hit right above the potato, and then we're gonna heavily salt it and let it come to a boil. We're gonna pull the potatoes out when they're barely fork tender. You do not want to overcook them because then they will turn to mush when you fry them. Let's get some water in them. We're going to prep a ton of minced garlic, like so. How you doing? Oh, you're getting ready for work. Of course, baby, I love you. Continuing our prep, we're going to rinse some shishito peppers. I think they're perfect. So I'm quickly going to drain our potatoes. We're gonna let the steam from our potatoes dry before we fry them. In the meantime, we're gonna get started on our chorizo al vino. We're gonna let it pan fry slightly on both sides, and then we're gonna add a little bit of red wine and let that reduce. Slightly thicker rounds. That our pan is nice and hot, we're gonna throw in our chorizo. The chorizo smells phenomenal. Now that I'm not seeing any steam come up from our potatoes, we're gonna go ahead and preheat our olive oil. Vamos a dejar que el chorizo quede bien doradito before we add the wine. Let me bring you guys over and show you what this is looking like because it's chef's kiss. Oh yeah. We're gonna go ahead and add our potatoes. We're gonna go ahead and add about a quarter cup of wine, and we're gonna let it reduce and become like a glaze. Now that our potatoes are all done, and while our oil is still hot, we're gonna go ahead and quickly fry our shishito peppers. Now we're gonna get started on our sauce for our patatas bravas. I'm gonna quickly mince a little bit of an onion, and then we're gonna add onion and the garlic onto some cold oil so it can heat up with the oil and slowly infuse. We're gonna do the onions along with about that much garlic. Making wifey a quick drink because it is hot outside. I'm just gonna do half of a liquid IV. We're gonna add a hefty tablespoon of tomato paste and some salt, of course. We're also gonna add some smoked paprika and some cayenne for a little bit of heat. White wine vinegar for the acidity, and then just a little bit of chicken stock or bone broth. This was not in the recipe, but you know we gotta add a little bit of chicken bouillon for good vibes. We're gonna blend it, and then we'll get started on our aioli. A good amount of mayonnaise. Actually fried up some of our garlic, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the aioli. Lime juice, some salt. Our aioli is done. The gambas al ajillo, which is going to be our shrimp. We're going to start by adding the remainder of our garlic, some salt. I pre-sliced some cherry tomatoes, and now that it's simmering, I'm going to go ahead and throw those in, along with a fresh squeeze of lime. Once our shrimp is ready, we're just going to top it with a little bit of parsley. For our guildas, we're going to be using guindilla peppers, some olives, along with some anchovies. Start with an olive or pepper, anchovy with another olive, like so. You want an anchovy? Come here. Come on. Yeah. Parsley. Like always, pictures of my food will be on my Instagram. Pictures in a second. Oh.
I'm excited.
I think you should start with the patatas bravas.
Okay.
Potato topped with an aioli, and I did a fried garlic aioli. A bite for the girls.
Oh, that's so good.
This is a chorizo in a wine sauce.
Oh,
A bite for the girls.
oh my gosh, that's so good.
Let's do a shishito pepper. I don't think I've ever tried these. Cheers.
Cheers.
Phenomenal.
She made my bite.
Bite for the girls. Bite for the girls.
These look so good with the anchovies on them.
It's spicy, it's salty, it's savory.
Go make your tapas and root for Spain.
Enjoy this dinner. You girls have a good night.